And this is a safe place to have anxiety.
Oh, good. Because for a while I thought, oh man, in order to help moms who tend to the side of anxiety like me, I need to heal it or get it totally figured out. But that's
you have to.
The reality is learning how to live well with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
You're listening to the Better Relationships After Baby podcast, where we believe your relationship can be better than ever after having a baby. But it does take tools, insights, and support to help you get there. I'm Chelsea. Join me and my husband, Mike, as we have honest conversations, provide valuable tips you can apply today, and root for you to have your best relationship ever. It's not only good for you and your family, it's good for the whole world around us. Now let's get into today's episode.
All right. You spoke with a couple earlier today, and they were having some stress around the holidays. Can you just tell everybody a little bit about what that scenario was?
Yeah. So they have a toddler and a 5-month-old at home. And a couple of things. One was everyone is texting her about Thanksgiving plans. So in-laws, her mom, friends, cousins, and everybody. And she's seeing, she said maybe for the first time that it is like all the women taking care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if she does not assign her partner a specific role, she just has everything.
Or a specific task, maybe. Continue. I'm listening.
Yes, but she doesn't want to have to be like, okay, my brain laid everything out. Here's your one thing to take care of so that you can show up with the pie and grandma will think you're so great.
Right. Yeah.
So that resentment.
That's a common stressor, right? Like for those of you listening that don't know, you probably all know that. But
that the patriarchy is a common stressor.
Well, yes, that's the bigger picture, but the smaller, more specific scenario is
the holidays. So the mental load we talk about.
Yeah.
But specifically,
men carry maybe they're going to be smoking the ribs, right? They're going to be getting beers.
It's like cool and it's fun.
Right? Like they get to play, but the women have to work.
Right. Typical setup. And the great news, I think we're seeing this in our families. Some of the friends we're talking to, like some of the couples we talk to, I think we're breaking down that stereotype.
Yeah.
Right? More people want to be in a stronger partnership.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they really do. And I think we say this often, that the generation, Gen Y and Gen X dads, there's no model. That they had no model for what kind of father, what kind of man partner they need to be at this stage. Right? They want to.
Yeah, we see more. A lot more like willingness.
Willingness, but like, how do we get there? Right. And they're on the sidelines more than they.
Okay, well, I think we can help them a little bit specific to the holidays, so that more people, hopefully those of you listening, get to enjoy more moments of like shared glances of joy and smiles as you watch your kids, or like sneaking a little kiss on the couch.
That stuff.
Yeah. Resting, relaxing with each other.
Yeah.
Things that we think about when we think about a cozy Hallmark holiday.
Yeah.
Not to make it picture perfect.
Right. Yeah.
And unrealistic, but to create more opportunities for connection.
Yeah.
By setting the stage now for the holiday to do, to be, to create list.
Beautiful.
All right.
You said that very well.
Thank you.
Yes.
If someone's a new listener, how about you brief them on what we're talking about when we talk about the mental load?
Okay. Well, I think invisible load is what we usually say because there's also this emotional piece.
Yes.
There's sort
okay.
of carrying the emotions. But the mental load is what moms inherit due to cultural norms, for one, but also biological forces. There's a lot that falls upon mom's shoulders after she has a baby. Um, some of those things are trying to figure out. I mean, she's up with the baby, like this is like the fourth trimester. And so there's this bond, this connection, and mom's not getting sleep and she's nursing. And sometimes that's not easy. I mean, she doesn't have to nurse, but um, there are so many things that mom can't switch over to her partner, right? But she's also getting the things that don't have to be hers.
Mm.
And I think most moms are feeling just overburdened.
Yeah. And I think this is a lot of conditioning, a lot of, again, I'm going to talk about marketing, because a lot of the marketing around caring for a baby, around making the home look a certain way, or, having certain matching outfits at Christmas, like you're not getting those ads probably
right
served to you like I'm getting them served to me. So even the like pressure of sorting things as what's important and what's not is heavier when so much is aimed towards mom.
Yeah.
And I guess I just say, like, that is why this podcast and our work is specific to bringing the couple together
as a
team.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so teamwork around the mental load. We're gonna get to that. I wanted to speak to a little bit how this is specific to the holidays, like all the things that go unseen. It's like keeping track of what the kids want, and then maybe sending those lists to grandmas or family, and then keeping track of what they got and what you're going to get, and like managing what size pants do they wear, or hey, it's like 20 texts coming in through the day. There's that piece. There's organizing the get-togethers. There's knowing who you need to buy a gift for. And like, what do you get that one uncle that no one ever knows what to get? So you labor over it night after night, and it feels super annoying. Like it's the parts that people don't see until it's not happening.
Right.
Until it's a complaint or a problem.
That's a very good point.
And so it is stressful because it is
invisible
unseen work until you screw up.
Yeah. Wow. That's actually powerful, because it's like culturally, that's a stronghold right there.
Thank you.
Because you're not seen. That's why it's the invisible load. But I've only thought about it. I mean, I've only been in this work a fourth of the time as you. I was only thinking about it in terms of the couple, right?
Yeah.
But the extended family, there's that piece.
Sure. And
everything else.
I won't go on a total tangent on this, but I do think too, like if there are women who have thrived off of validation and recognition throughout their lives, maybe in their career or their schooling or in their friend group, and then you enter motherhood and everything feels unseen and unappreciated, it's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
It just feels shitty.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Well, I mean, if you're on Instagram, like everyone's feeling it, right?
That's true.
So many moms are. And so that obviously creates a lot of stress for couples.
We're trying to say stress less.
Yeah.
Stressful, stressed out, like
it's
it's more than that. Like we've kind of I feel like accepted that we're just stressed as a species.
But no, there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're just really burdened down.
by all the different things.
Yeah.
And the only hope we have is figuring out what things we unburden ourselves with by like consciously making a choice not to be so wrapped up in it.
Yeah. That's a really good point, especially when you're raising a family and your attention is needed. That little one is going to do best when mom and dad are present, mentally, emotionally there. And so those things, this is not a season that you feel that you have to be all about outside things.
Right. So let this be your permission slip if you need it to Aunt Brenda that if it's too much for you to travel with a newborn or a baby and a toddler or something this year, or, you can't do that same tradition that you've done because this year has just been really heavy. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
To
it is okay.
Unburden yourself with that and
just be with your baby.
And do what you need.
Yeah.
But that doesn't alleviate the reality that there are multiple extra pieces during the holidays. We see a lot, I guess, on Reddit.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
On Instagram. We
Our
have
algorithms.
Hope for brighter, like, families that are really enjoying each other.
Yeah.
And living like they're proud of their values and who they're becoming. So there is hope there. We validate really that there is a lot of stress, and we also plant that there is a lot of hope.
Yeah. And the stress, I do want to say, makes parents feel doubtful of themselves, or shame, or just a number of self-defeating emotions. But just know that everybody goes through that, right? Like, everybody's having the same stress. Everybody raises their voice and doesn't mean to. Everybody is short and doesn't mean to be. Those things happen and they feel awful, right? They do. But we're all in that boat together.
Yeah. Well, in thinking about that,
hold on. I need to say the
thing.
Well, I just need to say that when there's a rupture, though, the most important thing is to know that there's a repair.
Okay.
And so,
great.
Like, I didn't want to just leave off on the rupture.
Yes. Okay.
But go ahead. Yes, please.
Well, that makes me think about how, like, our babies, little kids, like, they might see the lights and notice different decorations and stuff, but they're not necessarily registering, like, what has to be perfect on Christmas Day, or the Christmas tree or the menorah, or like just any of those logistics necessarily. They are still feeling, how do the holidays feel? How does this time when my whole family gets together and we do something special, like, how does that feel? How does it feel to be with them? What is the emotional climate? Yeah.
And that's what you remember. You remember how it felt. Right. You don't remember what Aunt John said.
Aunt John, what you and your Appalachian roots.
That's funny.
Going off of our last few episodes, it feels like a good place to talk about why this is a great time for dads to really step in and see the mental load and, work through this with their partners.
Yeah, this really is a great time. Mom goes through a transformation, whether she likes it or not. And throughout human history, moms have always had that role. And their counterpart has had a variety of roles, and they always fit whatever the circumstances were. And in today's world, we have a new set of conditions that we live in. And so even if we had parents that were pretty good, like, let's just say we did learn things from them, there's still more to learn because things that they wouldn't have known, right? this is such a great time for men to step into a new power, into a new dimension of really themselves. There's something that happens in this crucible of postpartum, and it is difficult, but the love that you share there is a lot more gritty, and it builds something strong in you if you work with it. And I think that's really what our work is aiming to do, is instead of being crushed by all of the pressures of postpartum, learn how to work with it and rise above. Dad's and mom's partner, whoever she is, has the most agency here. Mom is already pinned down with all kinds of burdens. Now, this isn't true of every single couple, every single time. I do want to put that disclaimer. There are partners that work high intensity jobs for real. Like there are some things, but by and large, in the family unit, mom's partner is the one welling with potential here. And the thing is, this doesn't have to be perfect, right? This doesn't have to be perfect. We have to be present. We have to be aware, and we have to be reliable. Those are all things that I think a lot of us are good at, naturally good at. But right now, in this moment, we have challenges that we have to overcome. And the best way to get the most leverage in life is with a tool. And so there are a couple things that you guys can do as a practice that you choose to do on purpose. And these are going to be like resets for you, or kind of a alignment, or just a quick check-in to touch base. So
I hate cheesy names.
I hate it too.
But I think that we need to keep it.
I hate that we do. I think that might be true. Okay.
The first tool.
If anyone has a suggested replacement name, we are open to this. But the corniness probably makes it
Hey, babe.
as good as it's going to get.
Can we have our holiday huddle?
Oh, yeah, babe. Let's get over here and talk about the play.
Hey!
Oh, wow. Yes. All right. So you're going to run the ball. Yeah, but for real, a quick check-in. And for anyone that has played American football, or not all sports have huddles.
I don't know. Maybe not track.
Okay.
I don't know.
But the huddle is meant to be a time where you're getting clear on some things and you're
right. Taking action. Know
action.
how you're taking action. So
Yep.
Coming up
Mhm.
so you come prepared to talk about what you have coming up that week, specific to just the holidays being more chaotic, anything that's stressing you. So maybe that's just to get it out of your brain and get it out there. And maybe that is because then your partner can receive it and do something about it. Maybe not, but get it out.
Yeah. And getting it out, truly. Keeping it in is what causes the problem.
And that also takes us to the third question, which would be like, what do you need off your plate? So those are just 3 example questions you could do once a week before the week starts.
Yeah. To
make sure, one, you're not keeping a bunch of resentment with all these tasks that you're upset that you're doing.
Right.
You're able to name or maybe even address your stress and just be on the same page about what things you have coming up and who's running lead on those. Yeah.
And for dads, there's a lot of things that she might pass the ball to you on.
You love when she passes the ball. Balls.
What are you doing right now? Like modern familying, when you get into these new situations, you're passing things back and forth, right?
Hey, kids. Do you struggle with being misunderstood?
Do you sometimes cross your arms and pout at the dinner table and hope that your partner will ask what's wrong, but then get mad when he does?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the holidays are just up to you to make them magic?
Uh-huh.
If so, you need this power phrase.
Power phrase.
This week's power phrase is
Talk
talk before you're tired.
Go to that huddle when your energy's good and you can think clearly, strategize effectively.
Like you knew
What?
you would.
That was almost like a cheer.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Taking full responsibility
Yeah.
for a category of tasks.
Yeah. I'm going to give an example of this.
Okay.
There's so many different categories of things that each partner could potentially do. A good example could be finances.
Okay.
And so maybe mom typically has done the finances, but her partner is able to do them. If he takes that, then that means the whole bucket. I actually want to use the grocery. That one's a much better example because finances can have a lot of variety. I didn't know you needed to do that, but that's fine.
So fun.
Okay, so there's a really good example with groceries.
Okay.
A lot of times, mom has handled meals, and then this gets switched over to dad. When I first did this, I was like, cool, I can handle this. And as soon as we run out of stuff, I'll write it down, and then I'll go to the store with my list. But I did not realize that there were meals, so probably some meal planning that needed to be done and maybe some meal prep. And there was more to it, right? More to it than there was the cooking, right? Which was included in that. And so at first there are some things, I don't know.
There's a gap in expectation sometimes.
Yeah.
You think you're nailing the task. Your partner is like, "Oh, great. Love that you did that little sliver of it."
Mm-hmm.
And then someone
Exactly.
feels unappreciated, and the other person is like, "Do I have to appreciate that you did a sliver of it when it leaves me with 7/8 of it?"
Yeah, that's exactly it. And there are times that it feels like, oh, I did the thing. Like I wrapped a present, right? And then it's like, well, can you wrap all the presents and put them in the car and take care of the presents part?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think the thing is,
it's not like guys are trying to be, I mean, and granted, our generation was more so
what?
than current generations.
More so what?
Patriarchal, probably.
Than
right?
before us?
No. Than most of our listeners.
Oh.
Yeah. I think most guys are not trying to be that way.
Sure. Okay.
Right? They're trying to actively not be that way. But it still happens. I'm too tired. I can't even think straight anymore. I'm so sorry. I'm like a cloud. I can't do it.
I think we could get through it.
I need to go.
Can I take the
do
lead?
something? Yeah.
Do some push-ups just respond or something. To me.
I mean, I'm not even hearing you. It's just I'm fading out. I'm just falling asleep. I need to go. If I'm going to do this, I got to go pump up.
Okay, look, now I've got. This feels like a good time to mention if you are hearing like the mental load of the holidays and you're not even quite sure where to start with like what needs thought about, we do in the show notes have a holiday mental load checklist to get your brain started so that you can get into that conversation and just like we were saying, like define those areas and fully take responsibility for it and really own it so that there is that element of teamwork. So, time for a
holiday
power phrase. If
right.
you take it,
Take it all the way, baby.
There we go. All right. Very good. Next tool is kind of a rule for you to agree on.
Yeah. If you pick your lane, stick in it. No surprises, no last minute changes, no emotional grenades.
No unexpected invitations an hour before the holiday gathering. And something we find helpful for holidays, trips, things like that is to have everyone name one thing that's most important about, a trip somewhere. If we go to a theme park or the water park, what is the one thing most important to you? So for the holiday, it might be, what's the one thing most important to you to experience this holiday season?
Right. We've done that with our own family. And,
right.
And it is nice because if there are no sort of expectations set and you go in and you come out, you're not really sure how you felt about it. I know that like a lot of times our kids, we took them to all the great things and then they were like, but we didn't go to the one thing. We're like, oh my God, we took you to 9 things. We missed that one. And so to say, what's your one thing that matters to you? Like, there could be, I mean, obviously more than one or something, but that is the focus. We're going to make sure that goes smoothly.
Right. Because you can't do everything.
Cannot. Don't even pretend you can.
And you can't make everything on the schedule sacred.
Right.
But you can prioritize what matters most to each person on your team so that those things become what is protected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And team is it.
Last thing I want to say is to take a deep breath, create a filter in your mind as much as possible that says, is this because this is important to our family, or is this a kind of performance or an outside expectation?
Yeah.
Parenting, family, marriage is so much more enjoyable when you figure out what makes it your good life.
Yeah.
Your best experiences.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Because it's so joy killing to try to do all of the things you see on Instagram. And we know this, right? What I'm saying is cliche, but now you're at the point that it really makes difference whether you choose to do that or not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to have a perfect holiday, and nobody
ever does.
Nobody does. Nobody needs to see that proof of that on Instagram to think that you're a good parent.
Yeah. And I think embracing those things has been, I have actually seen you do that at family gatherings when something didn't quite go right. And you embraced it and kind of let the person off the hook. Like they didn't have to feel bad about something falling through the cracks kind of thing.
Sure.
But I think that goes with this, right? Because presence is really what we all need. Yeah. Presence with each other, not the special charcuterie layout with.
Right. Because if we all show up kind of closed off.
Because we're trying to get the performance right.
Right. Then there's not a deep level connection. And I don't know, I'm a connection person. I want that deep level connection to be present. And I know
that's the quality of life, right?
Yeah. I mean, that is only possible though when we are open and able to show up with each other with presence. And don't let the holidays be squandered.
Yeah. And people will be more like your family, more than likely will feel much better and more like, for lack of a better word, satisfied with their holiday experience. If you or anyone shows up with more presence, right? And is just there emotionally present and tuned in and connected. That's so, even though you might feel like you have to perform for Aunt Judy, it's give her presents instead. Wait, hold on. Give her your emotional presence instead of trying to
prove to her.
that you're doing it right or whatever.
Okay, I know we're wrapping up, but I have to add one more thing. Holiday tip: if you do not do this with your partner, take shifts. Agree upon shifts before a get together, specifically if you have younger children that are going to need a lot more hands-on attention and might make it difficult to like sit around the table and have an adult conversation with people you haven't seen in a while. And so this is a great opportunity to kind of identify, hey, I'll be tending to the kids' needs for this hour, and you are free to have a glass of wine and chat with your aunts or go on the cousin walk or whatever. This hour, I'm going to be present with the family, and your eyes are on the needs of the baby. You're the primary parent for this chunk of time.
That is gold.
Yeah.
Is it not? Yeah. No. Chances are everyone in the family's going to want to hold the baby.
Maybe. Not when the baby's crying because
they
missed their nap because you drove 2 hours and their car seat must have been uncomfortable this time. And you remember those times?
Yes. I'm literally kind of tensing up as you're telling me.
Okay. So our goal for you is to make this lighter, clear, not confusing.
Right.
Feeling good about how you're approaching things as a team by making the invisible visible, talking about it, dividing responsibilities, and having your holiday huddle so that you can check in on all of those.
Yeah.
If that doesn't feel easy for you, if that next step doesn't quite feel achievable yet for whatever reason, a couple of things. One, in the show notes, again, we have that template for the holiday mental load checklist to get it out of your head and start talking about it. We also are offering troubleshooting calls from now until Christmas, specifically for people who want to have fewer fights by Christmas morning. And we mean that either like fewer in frequency or in intensity. And we know we can help you get to that. We'll do an hour troubleshooting call, and then we will follow up with resources that we have that we'll create specifically for you and that situation. And if we talk to you in the start of 2026 and you're like, no, that didn't help our fights at all, then you can have your money back, because I think we're going to see a lot more couples that are really wanting to lead with teamwork.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And what we offer is support and tools and practical steps you can take. It's not therapy, but it's like a family reset. You go through a big transition, and we need these markers of reset. And so whether that's a big, deep dive on your relationship, or like hey, this month we've been caught in this cycle and we need to get out of it. Sometimes that like one troubleshooting session, like 60 minutes total, is going to save you like 60 minutes of frustration a day that it can really help you clarify on.
Yeah. A stitch in time saves 9.
That's right. All right, Mike, close us out here.
All right. Well, I will say that I literally had a pillow where stitching came out, and I was really tempted to just stuff the pillow inside the pillowcase. And I was like, no, I know that if I take care of this before I use it, I'll have a much easier situation.
Wow.
Okay. Real life right there. You're not behind. I want you to know that it can feel like you are not making it sometimes. Some days that are really hard in postpartum and
beyond.
Yeah. And you're not failing. It is difficult. And there are, there's a lot of transformation happening, a lot of responsibilities that are new. And you're carrying both of you are going to be carrying more than a lot of people will see. So the holidays don't need to be a heroic effort, but just a steady presence, just showing up. And I think I'm going to close by saying, give each other just a little extra space, and don't take it personally if things come across short.
Yeah.
Or,
and I would add to that most everyone has some kind of emotional baggage in regards to their family
Holidays,
or their
yeah.
hometown or any of that. So it's just such an important time to be gentle with each other.
Yeah. And that goes such a long way. Like, think about a hand on the back when you guys are there together, maybe a quick shoulder rub, whatever is going to be like that connected. I'm here with you. We're on the same team.
Do you remember when we would get, like, the only time we would smoke like a cigarette, or what were those other things?
Oh my gosh.
Like a Swisher Sweet?
Oh gosh. What? No. Are you talking about the clove one? No, we didn't really do those.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
little
American Spirits?
Yeah, we definitely. But the only time we did was like driving home for the holidays.
Oh yeah,
it's
you're
the
right.
Only time we ever bought cigarettes.
Yeah, it's so true. It's such a weird
All right,
topic.
All right, we're closing up shop.
Okay, good.
Good night.
Good night.
Did you have any aha moments or helpful reframes that came from this episode? If so, would you take a minute to lift us up and leave a review or a comment on the podcast page? It's hard for me to ask this, but I know it's so helpful for us as we reach more and more families and make the world a better place, starting in our own homes. So again, if something stuck out to you, if you are sending this to your partner so that you can have a conversation, or if there was a helpful tip you're going to employ in your own life, take a moment, leave a review, and let's keep the conversation going.